Mr. Deco, but I'm sure you hit all the same things. He died on a 67-date numerology, the blood sacrifice number. It was also a date with 13 numerology. His rap name, KJ Ball, is 13. The date has 47 numerology as well. His birth name, Noel Kennedy, which comes to 47. I mean, it's obvious that his number was up on this date. And, I know what it's like. Well, the news came out 44 weeks after his birthday, right? He actually died, though, 60 days before his upcoming birthday, and it says his hit song is Switch the Game, which equals 60, just like Police, and I know you were talking about Police and Murder by Numbers. So, man, I mean, just keep up the good work, but those people you were debating with, I mean, they were just trying to argue and say, like, oh, I know who killed him. Yeah, maybe they do know who killed him. But then they're calling in saying, I'm not going to say no, so I'm not snitching. I mean, then what's the point of calling in and saying that? I mean, anybody can call in and just talk nonsense and claim to know things that maybe...
Can't wait for Ron Torbert to start blowing the whistle on the Kansas City Chiefs on February 9th. The 61-year-old referee. I always have good luck with Ron Torbert. You know, this was the guy who allowed the Los Angeles Rams to win over the Cincinnati Bengals. You guys remember that Super Bowl? It was a big 62 ritual dedicated to the Queen. And here we are in 2025, while Mr. Torbert is 61 years old. I repeat, he is 61 years old, and he will be the lead referee at the Super Bowl on February 9th, 2025. And if you guys did not know, in the language of Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, the name Jalen Hurts and Philadelphia, they both equate to 61. And if Andy Reid loses the Super Bowl to Philadelphia and Jalen Hurts, he will pick up his 61st loss with the franchise against his former team. Now, I just want to make something very clear, right? We all know there's a narrative for the three-peats. But the reason I had the Buffalo Bills is because of the video that came out last year when Patrick Mahomes was at the parade and he guaranteed that he was going to three-peat. Now, I don't know in what person's mind do you guys ever think for 1 second that these people are going to tell you the script. How do you guys even believe these people for 1 second? If these people say we're going to win, that's an automatic red flag. All right? Now, let's get to the good part. I'm going all in on the Philadelphia Eagles, believe it or not. If you look at the screen, it says here that Patrick Mahomes, he is 3-1 in Super Bowls for his career. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, you can't fade 41. But how can you fade 32? when you have the two 32 teams playing against each other. Keep in mind that the NFL also equates to 32 in Gematria. They're going to win regardless. We just don't know what date. Because, again, like I said, there's a narrative for it to end on each one of those days. Now, what we're trying to figure out is what day makes the most sense. If you ask me, I think it makes the most sense for them to win tomorrow. Because not only is that the anniversary of their last championship, but we know how much these people pay tribute to area codes. They love area codes. And tomorrow is 617. So how perfect for the 617 area code to celebrate a championship on 617. Television, today is February 11th, 2024. It's Super Bowl Sunday. The Super Bowl is about to start in an hour. I just want to give you guys one big clue before you guys place your bets today. So let me just show you guys how the NFL is rigging their games real quick and how they're using other leagues to as like a form of predictive programming to let people know in a way, or at least mock the people with what's going to happen in the NFL. So this is something we've been documenting for years now. So all the leagues, all the professional leagues are all rigged together. They are all rigged together. And usually around these big games like the Super Bowl, like the World Series and the NBA Finals, we see a lot. We pick up on a lot of clues just looking at the records of the other leagues and what's going on in the other leagues. For example, today on Super Bowl Sunday, there were two NBA games. The Celtics were playing the Heat on the road, and the Kings were playing the Thunder on the road, right? Now, if you take a look, the Celtics, they picked up their 41st win of the season on Super Bowl Sunday. And in the language of Gematria, Super Bowl equals 41. But if you notice the Heat, they became 15-13 at home on the day that number 15, Patrick Mahomes, is going to go against number 13, Brock Purdy. Right? And they did the same thing in the other game. The Kings became 15-13 away on the day that number 15 is going to go against number 13 in the Super Bowl. And if you notice, the Kings, because they lost with 113 points, that's a big number. That's a big number. Look at my notes on Patreon. You're going to see why this number is big. Patrick Mahomes, he is 10-3 as an underdog. That number also has a lot to do with Kobe Bryant. But if you notice the first game, which was the Celtics and Heat, it was 200. The game ended 110-106, 216 combined points. And in Gematria, Patrick LaVon Holmes equals 216. Of course, 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Now look, this is the big clue. This is what I want you guys to really pay attention to before you guys go and put your money on the 49ers. I can't tell you who to bet on. All I can do is just give you the information and you make your own judgment. Okay? Look. If you notice where they have the 15 and where the 13 is in the home and away record, right? The 15 is on the winning side. And the 13 is on the losing side, right? When you're reading the home records and the away records, this is how many wins you have. This is how many losses you have. So that he have 15 wins, 13 losses. Are they trying to tell us that number 15 is going to win and number 13 is going to lose in the NFL? I think that's what they're trying to communicate to us.
It's the corner. It's a fair ball. It's extra bases. Tying run in scoring position in a flash.
Yeah, if this game goes beyond the 11th inning, I'm going to just have to come back tomorrow because I can't be here all night. Because there's a man on third. They might get that run in and tie the game again. So just in case that happens, I'm going to end the live stream and I'll come back probably tomorrow and discuss the ritual.
And now Another opportunity for the Blue Jays. They have not cashed in a couple of them.
Did they play for the tie here? Corners think so. They're pinched in. This is Kiner Falefa, who's in for his defense. He's a good bunter. Lays down a perfect one. Yamamoto to first in time. Tying run to third. Addison Barger to the plate. Mark Pryor, interpreter Will Ayrton, out to talk with Yamamoto, Roki Sasaki, and Clayton Kershaw.
We've got a scenario here where it's not the end of the world if they pitch around Barger and you get him on first base because you got a double play candidate, but a guy who can handle the bat.
Because I think, since today is Fernando's 65th birthday, they might end the score 6-5. And I don't want to wait for that to happen, so I just hope it ends in this inning.
And lift it.
On the way out of the 5 walk-off wins in World Series history, they've all broken ties. Never been a Game 7 walk-off home run to go from behind to win. Barger, who's hitting .480 in this Fall Classic. The infield pulled in for the Dodgers. Guerrero the tying run at third. Yamamoto's pitch. Outside, ball one. The 1-0. Ball 2.
You don't think him being the runner on second in Game 6, making the final outs on his mind right now and trying to do something special? And they are borderline pitching away from him.
On a 2-0 pitch. Barger takes 5, 3-0. Kirk waits on deck.
He's got to think off speed. Even 3-0, if you got the green light, you've got to think off speed.
Green light to try and win the World Series. Instead takes ball 4. So, tying run 90 feet away. Winning run on base. Alejandro Kirk coming up.
And they will play back for the double play ball just based on his speed.
World Series could end on one swing in either direction. Home run wins it for the Blue Jays. Ground ball wins it for the Dodgers. Kirk, the captain, pokes it foul.
17 double plays he's hit into this season and the postseason, if you're wondering.
On an 0-1 pitch, Alejandro Kirk has a curve land in there, strike 2.
And there's that breaking ball. That whenever he goes to that pitch, it's a built-in change of speed and makes the hitter buckle.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle, bends to the bag, over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles.
Back-to-back 69. Man, what a ritual. Whoa. What a ritual.
Man, what a ritual. What a ritual on Fernando's 65th birthday. Look at these actors. Man, I don't know what to say. I mean, it couldn't get any. Like, look at this. So the Dodgers finished the season 106-73. I told you guys they're going to pick up their 106th win of the season I didn't expect them to do it on Fernando's birthday. I'm not going to lie. But it went 7. And notice in Gematria, Fernando Valenzuela Aguamea equals 106, and Los Angeles Dodgers equals 73. Go to the name Vince Scully is also 106. And big 69 ritual. Dave Roberts picked up his 69th postseason win. World Series equals 69, like back-to-back, like Aubrey Graham, which is Drake's first name. Drake's real name. Of course, Rogers Center is also 69. And also John Schneider, the manager of the Blue Jays, he has a 69 name as well. And this was the clincher, though. He picked up his 269th career loss in the World Series. 269, the 57th prime number on the 57 date numerology when World Series is 57. I mean, this was a huge lock. And then he won the World Series on Fernando's birthday. I mean, do you guys remember what I was doing last year? I was at Yankee Stadium, Game 5, and I was telling the fans the Dodgers are going to win the World Series today and celebrate it on November 1st at the parade on Fernando's 64th birthday. And that's what happened last year. Now, fast forward 12 months later, exactly 12 months later, here we are talking about the Dodgers winning the World Series on Fernando Valenzuela's birthday. I mean, can it get more obvious than that? And yet, people are not going to even blink an eye. Nobody's going to mention, like, if you guys watch the game, nobody ever, like, the announcers did not mention at all that today happens to be Fernando Valenzuela's birthday. They didn't mention it at all. Because they don't want people to put 2 and 2 together, right? 5-4, of course, baseball equals 54. 11 innings. I thought it was going to go more. I thought it could have probably ended 6-5 because it is his 65th birthday today. So I said, you know what? If they do extend this to like extra innings or whatever, I just can't stand here all night. Like last night, the other day they had us waiting 18 innings to end the game. All right, but yeah, just want to say congratulations and thank you for all the trust, you guys. Thank you for your support on the Patreon. I appreciate everybody that's on there. Congratulations. Today we hit a 2-leg parlay. We had the Orlando Magic, and then we had the obvious lock, which was the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yeah, but these are the type of games, you guys, that you should put your house on it. Like I'm not even joking. They picked up their 106th win of the season on Fernando Valenzuela's birthday. I mean, this is what you call a lock.
Freeman hit the walk-off home run, and it was exactly 36 years after Kirk Gibson did it. And you know who was calling that game? It was Vince Scully. That's why the announcer at that same moment said, "She is gone." He used the same phrase that Vince Scully did. That happened 36 years ago. 36. Now let me show you something. From his death to today's game is 117 weeks. 117 days into the MLB season. Today's 117 days after Ohtani's birthday. Number 17, right? Major League Baseball equals 117. So does Dodgers. That's a big number with them. If you watch the game, I won't be surprised. Are you guys 11.7 million? 8:37 p.m. Guess what? 8:37 p.m. Guess what time Freeman hit the home run? He hit it that. The NBA Finals ended on 617. Boston is a 617 area code.
It is so
ended
true.
on June 17th. The last 4 Celtic players to die was number 6, Bill Russell, Havlicek, number 17, Sam Jones, number 24. The Celtics win the championship on 6/17/24.
Oh, you're right.
Every game is
6/17.
that they're sacrificing former players.
Yeah.
And then
You want my 2 cents? It's all about the money. MLB wants this series going back to LA.
My man.
It's not going to go back to LA. Let me tell you something about
Let's go in here.
Let me ask you something.
It's all about the dollars.
It's not about the dollars. It's not. It's
How about the rig?
Could be.
Let me tell you something.
Could be.
Let me tell you something. What's the odds? Try to hold the phone.
It could. I don't know.
Try to hold the phone.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. Fernando Valenzuela died 2 days before World Series. He pitched a complete game in 1981, right? Do you know who went against him in that game? It was Rudy May. And guess who died the next day? Rudy May died. Rudy May died right before the Yankees and Dodgers won the World Series. They died a day apart, and those were the two pitchers pitching in that 1981 World Series. You gotta ask yourself what are the odds. And guess what? Friday, it's Fernando's birthday.
Oh, no.
The Dodgers are probably gonna be celebrating the parade in LA on his birthday, man.
On his B-Day.
Crazy, man. I mean, that's sick. Because think about Fernando's family, though. They had to go. Come on, man. I mean, this stuff is sick. Speaking of painful, Freeman had to sacrifice his mother at the age of 12. I speak about that on my channel if you guys want to listen to that. Simple Truth TV. Yeah, Simple Truth TV. You can look it up. I'll leave you guys alone. Enjoy the game. But just know, if you see the number 11, 117, you're gonna remember like,
it's 11-7. I will keep you.
Yeah.
Well, it might not finish 11-7, but that number is gonna be significant, man. One last thing.
I got
Jarrett Cole.
Ooh.
He's 11-6 in the postseason.
What?
He's 11-6.
November 2nd, because that's 215 days into the MLB season. The MLB season began on April 1st, 2021, on April Fool's Day. Today is 215 days later. Atlanta Braves is 215. Now, obviously, we didn't have the Atlanta Braves in the beginning of the playoffs. We had the Boston Red Sox playing the Braves, but then we saw the riddle with Dusty Baker, how he played with Hank Aaron and stuff like that. So it just made more sense for them to pay tribute to Hank Aaron by having his old teammate lose to his team. It just makes more sense. But how perfect would it be for the season, for the Atlanta Braves to win the championship 215 days into the season, when their name, the name of their team equals 215 in. His name equals 165. He was born Aaron Charles Donald. Tomorrow, the Los Angeles Rams can improve to 16-5 for the season, and he could be that reason for that. And notice his name. It has the same gematria as Cincinnati Bengals. Well, at least in 2 out of the 4 ciphers, right? And, 165 is just a reshuffling of 156, right? So is Mr. Aaron Donald the reason that the Rams become 16-5? I think he will be.
Remember, it's not like the regular season. You keep playing. Shot play coming. It's a toss Manunga. Hurling forward about 3 yards.
Have you ever heard a quieter stadium in a moment that means so much to the city of Chicago? It was like they were afraid to breathe in here. There was not a sound.
Especially after that just eruption of noise again, as has happened so often here. This is play 10 of this drive against this Rams defense. Wearing down a little bit. Play 81 of the night for Chicago. From the 48, deep drop Williams. He's got time. Shot downfield in trouble. Is intercepted by Ken Curl. Curl goes over and makes the play. And the Rams have it back. Third interception of the night for Williams. Stafford's got a shot again.
I don't know exactly what Moore was thinking here, but it looked like he just was not interested. Curl had his eyes on Caleb Williams. He saw the release point. I'm not sure that Moore ever did. It was almost like he didn't know it was coming. Curl broke on the ball. What a sensational play by Cam Curl. And I think that Caleb Williams said, man, you've been making those plays. I was counting on you to go make that diving catch that Curl just made.
Rams take over at their own 22. It's Nakua off the edge. Strung out by Tremaine Edmonds. Pickup of about 3 for Puka. Rams going to stay no huddle here. Trying to get some tempo. Trying to get some momentum.
Well, they've got the veteran quarterback. Take advantage of it.
25. Stafford throws complete. It's the tight end Parkinson for the first down. Only Parkinson to the 41-yard line. Gain of 15.
So just think of what you just got out of the Bears defense. They're thinking we're 1 first down away from kicking a field goal, going to the championship game. Instead, you get the interception. So what do the Rams do? They come out, go no huddle, force them to think faster than they want to, and they're moving it down the field.
Stafford pressured, got rid of it. Sideline Adams. Yes, a catch. Ruled a catch. Devontae on the sideline. First down at the 47-yard line.
That may be the throw of the year for Matthew Stafford right there. There was no space to put that ball. 0. No chance that ball got completed.
Game stopped here. See if New York stopped it.
The play is under further review.
Yep, replay booth stopping it. It's really close. The dragging of the foot by Adams. Once he catches it, secure there. Wait, not yet. There. Terry McCauley, you think good?
I do. This last shot we showed, you see he gets control. He's got the right foot down, and the toe does drag. The left toe does drag, and he maintains control. This is a catch.
1000% agree. I didn't see any movement at all as he hit the ground.
And how many times have we seen him do that? Corners of the end zone, sideline. Devontae Adams, 33 years old, had 1 catch before that. This catch would put the Rams at the 47 of the Bears.
Isn't it amazing, though, veteran players?
Early on the field, stands as called. It is a completed pass and a first down for Los Angeles.
The replay booth stopping it there to take a look. The call on the field was correct, which is a fabulous call by the on-field official live.
So does Dennis Allen come back to what worked for him? Some of these slot blitzes, bring some corners, bring some safeties off the edge. That's how he won the first half. Gotten away from it a little bit here in the second half. Down to the 5-man line. Stafford checking again.
43, stopped in the scrum by Deshaun Wright and a bunch of other Bears. And again, the Rams are going to stay out there. It's such a good point, Chris. It kind of keeps them out of the blitz stuff.
Let me know when the Rams are about to kick the field goal because I want to put the game on the screen. So I don't forget it because I'm gonna end up getting a copyright strike. I just can't wait for this game. I don't know why they like to prolong this stuff. I guess it's for the lot bettors. I just hope that Rick Sports, you betted a lot of money on the Bears because you're about to win.
They were going to chop the legs of those defensive linemen as they jumped in the air. But here it is. This is the play right now, or it's going to be one heck of a decision for the Rams.
36, timeout taken by Los Angeles.
Timeout Los Angeles. Their first of the overtime. 30-second timeout.
And again, because it's a new game, it's not an overtime period. You don't get 2 timeouts, you get 3 timeouts. And the Rams take the first of theirs here.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? A season on the line for these 2 head coaches. We see that Ben Johnson went for it on that 4th down, but now you've got 3rd and longer.
Just the second playoff overtime in the Bears' long history. 06 divisional. Defeated Seattle. Fourth overtime played by the Rams in their robust 58-game playoff history.
Got basically a one-on-one with Devontae Adams. Overload to the other side, to Puka's side. Let's see if they drop out of this blitz look.
You think they kicked the field goal from the 18-yard line? That'll be something.
First down. Puka drags Johnson to the 27-yard line. In field goal range are the Rams.
Matthew Stafford saw that one coming all the way. Once again, they're going to come with this blitz down here. Nakua is going to be wide open, just pitching.
6 more yards, baby. 6 more yards. I like a field goal from the 18-yard line. That's where I want you guys to kick the ball from. Hey, Rick Sports, you're about to win. Put some more money on the Bears right now. Go.
Dropped by Corum. He re-secures it for 2.5 yards, maybe 3. The 24-yard line.
I tell you, be careful, though. What do the Bears do better than anybody? They strip that football out of there. They turn it over. They've made a season this year out of getting turnovers, and every snap the Rams take from here on is at risk, because that is all the Bears are going to be doing, trying to hold up the runner, strip the ball.
Turnover-free postseason so far for Chicago.
Go watch the beginning of this live stream. Tell me if at any point we was nervous. At any point, were we nervous? No.
Timeout taken by Sean McVay. It's his second. He's got one left.
Before the snap, timeout Los Angeles.
There's also no danger of running out of timeouts and not having challenges, because all replays are initiated by the replay booth or New York. We talked about Harrison Mevis earlier. Kicking was a problem with Joshua Carty earlier this season for the Rams. And in Week 9, they signed Mevis, first-year player out of Missouri, who's been very good. His only miss was a 48-yarder against Seattle. But remember, that was the game, that was the overtime classic with Seattle and the Rams. That was a big pressure kick. And it led to Seattle winning the division and eventually the number 1 seed. 2nd and 7. Stafford going to throw here. Scanning, taking the shot towards the end zone for Parkinson. Incomplete. Briscoe again right in position.
You talk about trusting a quarterback, because it was, and everybody knew that it was going to be just straight man-to-man on the outside on all the receivers, so basically could have thrown it to anybody that he wanted to. I'm going to think, boy, I don't know. I'm throwing this one again. I'm in field goal range now.
It's 42 yards from here. Corum remains the running back.
Before the World Series started, we spoke about how this year the World Series was a tribute to George Bush and the attacks of September 11th. And unfortunately, we solved the riddle this year a little late. It took us all the way until the start of the World Series to solve it, but at least we did. At least we got to see what was really going on behind the World Series this year. Because every year, the World Series and all the other championship events are all a tribute to recent history. And, like last year, the World Series was a tribute to the Astroworld tragedy that killed 10 people in Houston at the Travis Scott concert. And, every year before that, it's been the same thing. This year, they're paying tribute to George Bush and the 9/11 attacks, because not only is he 77 years old, and that was a big number during the attacks of September 11th, but this year is the 119th World Series. And that number looks a lot like the date, September 11th, which is written 11/9 in the majority of the world. So we know why they're paying tribute to the World Trade Center and the bombings that took place 22 years ago. It's because these numbers are significant. 119 and, of course, 77. George Bush is 77 years old. And remember, it was Flight 77 that hit the 77-foot Pentagon on the 77th meridian exactly 77 minutes after takeoff. And in the language of Gematria, when you write out September 11th and World Trade Center, they both equate to 77. And so this is the perfect time for this ritual to happen. Now, the reason I'm saying that it might be over for the Arizona Diamondbacks, I had the Arizona Diamondbacks losing in either 5 or 7. And the reason I didn't choose 6 is because George Bush, he did an interview with Derek Jeter where he said that the Rangers was going to win in 6 games. And we know when these people come on TV and say something that it's the total opposite, you know. So once he said Game 6, we threw Game 6 out the window. We knew a World Series was not going to end in 6 games. And we also knew it wasn't going to end in a sweep because it didn't make sense for it to be a sweep because the numbers didn't really line up that well. And I did expect the Diamondbacks manager to become 11-9 in the postseason. And in order for that to happen, he had to win 1 game. And he did. And by losing yesterday, he became 11-9 in the year of the 119th World Series. Go look up the Diamondbacks manager's postseason record right now. He has 11 wins and 9 losses. But look at this. George Bush, notice he was born July 6th, the 187th day of the year, a big number with the Society of Jesus. And, of course, he's 77 years old. If the World Series ends on 11-1, another big number in the World Trade Center. Remember, 9/11 leaves 111 days left in the year. New York equals 111. If it ends today on November 1st, it will end on his 119th day of his age. From his birthday to today, it's a full span of 119 days. Guys, to look at the date that I made this video. This video was published October 15th, 2022. Take a listen. I hope this plays because this is further proof of how they are sacrificing. Because I don't think is Dikembe. You guys think Dikembe is gonna survive this brain tumor? I mean, I just read on the CDC's website that only like 36% of Americans survive the first 5 years of this brain tumor. So, and Dikembe Mutombo is 58, so they might let him live another 2 years, but, 50. Oh, man, I don't mean to laugh, but look at this, you guys. I said, I made this video when Dikembe Mutombo was 56. I said, they might let him live another 2 years because his name equals 58. Look at the breaking news today, you guys. Hawks legend, Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo, he died at the age of 58. Of course, secret society, Rosicrucian, all equates to 58. And of course, he dies right before the NBA season starts. Yeah, a lot of you say that I never predicted anything. Sure. R.I.P. Dikembe. Sorry about that. Easy. I mean, just yesterday I put out a free pick showing how the Orlando Magic was going to win against the Blazers and become 8-23 on the road because that's the 143rd prime number, and that's exactly what happened. But yesterday's game doesn't really matter. If I get Sunday's game wrong, I'm gonna get like 100 comments of people talking shit. But yet, if you go under this video that I put out a free pick on, there's probably like 6 comments under there. Nobody's talking shit under that video. Why? Nobody even congratulates me. Like, man, thank you for the free pick and congratulations. That was some great notes that you put out. I'm trying to help you guys win money, and you guys are just ungrateful. But the moment I get something wrong, that's when you guys feel like letting me know about it. So going back to Chase Briscoe, right? Look at this. You know what? The odds was unbelievable for this. Guys, people made thousands of dollars on this race. Chase Briscoe, his odds to win was plus 700. You bet $100, you win $700. The reason we knew Chase Briscoe was going to win was because his unborn baby passed away right before the race. And this was a huge 98 ritual. And notice the race was in Darlington. Unborn baby has the same gematria. Sick stuff. Sick stuff. But massive 98 ritual. The game was played at the Darlington Raceway, which equals 98. He drives the vehicle number 98. This was him after the race. You know, he got knocked down on one knee, which is all ritualistic Freemasonry stuff. One of the reasons Colin Kaepernick did the one knee. A lot of you thought he was kneeling because of police brutality. You guys are just dumb. This is Freemasonry symbolism. So the guy wins. He drives the vehicle number 98 at the Darlington Raceway. He drives a Toyota 200, by the way. And the race was on May 21st when 521 is the 98th prime number. So how perfect for the number 98 to win on 521. And not only that, but his full name, Chase David Wayne Briscoe, it equals 98. And it also equals 21-5, like the date, 21/5. Right? 521 is the 98th prime, but his name also has that 215 connection. You know? You know how hard it is to, I mean, there's like 50 drivers at a race. You think this is easy? No, it's not. Okay, so yeah, I made a decision on the Rams game. For the prop bets, I think 12 is gonna be a big number this week. At least I mean not this week, on Saturday. Day 12 day numerology. Puka Nacua, number 12. He has 10 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, which means he has a total of 11 touchdowns this season. If he gets 1, he gets to 12 total touchdowns. So that's definitely a possibility. I don't know if he'll get two passing touchdowns though. But yeah, the narrative is that for him to get at least 1, especially with the 237 teams. Los Angeles and Carolina both equal 37 to 12 prime. Same thing goes for Bryce Young. If he gets intercepted at least once, he'll have 12 interceptions this season, which is highly that actually this is actually a better. I think this has a lot more legs than Puka getting 2 touchdowns. Because even if he gets 1 passing touchdown, he'll only have 11 passing touchdowns. He'll have a 12 total though, because he did rush 1 in. So, and I think he's the only player on the field that wears number 12. So we can see a big game from number 12 on the 12th day numerology.
Going end zone, Puka Nacua, and just like that, Los Angeles is on the board. Nacua with his 3rd catch of the day. Adams down here. They give it to Puka Nacua, though, and Nacua breaks tackles and gets his 2nd touchdown. Puka Nacua having himself one heck of a day. To throw. First read taken away. Rips it over the middle, and it's picked off. Kobe Durant, the interception.
Hey man, shout out Simple Truth TV for these parlay picks. These are not my picks. These are from Simple Truth TV's Patreon. Check this out. Put in 150. Got 500. 300. 1,203.